You are XC443, an ancient human which has been cryogenically preserved by entities unknown to you. The previous 442 cryopreservation test subjects all died shortly after being thawed. Your body is still frozen, but your mind is fully awake. The unknown entity, which goes by Atlas, wants you to perform a series of simulated tests before they dare to fully revive you. You'll go along for now, even if you feel something is not quite right.
I hope you are not yet tired of making plastic-like materials. This next one is called silicon, and it's made by heating up semi-liquefied sand goop in a refinery that is at least 1901 degrees. To get this underway, you need a refinery that is 2 blocks tall. It needs to be connected to at least one vortex tube. However, this vortex tube needs to have at least 20 bars of pressure to produce the kind of heat that we are looking for. You mentioned how to get started with high pressure resistance previously. Once you have an assembly controller set up with both a drill and a laser, you can turn blocks of compressed iron into pressure chamber valves, then into advanced pressure tubes. This only works with a drill and laser program.
I think I've actually been a tiny bit premature with this, but I was going to make some advanced air compressors like so. But then I realised I haven't actually got enough tube to deal with the pressure that's going to come out of these. So that's good. Let me just plug them back in again. These should be a little better. They go up to 20. However, these pipes do not go up to 20. So we will need a few more, and hopefully they don't explode everything before such fate happens. 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't ask me really what I'm doing, but I can put 18 speed upgrades in, and this stays fairly cool. It's a flux air compressor. I touched that, which is why I had slowness 9. Whoa. Okay, it told me it couldn't explode. That's fine. We've got others. But it did tell me it couldn't explode, so that's sort of annoying. Oh well. Apparently they can, or at least break anyway. And there we go. We are making softened quicklime and molten silica. And I've just realised I can't really get them out very easily. Ow. Halt. Something's happened. Why are these getting hot all of a sudden? Strange.
The molten silica is then cooled down and distilled into silicon and liquefacted coal. You should also keep all of the softened quicklime, which is a byproduct of heating the semi-liquefied sand goop. It will be essential later. Silicon unlocks a couple of new alloyed metals that allow you to construct a new tier of machine chassis, which is lucky because we need them immediately. The new alloys also unlocks a few mechanism machines, but for anything that is a bit more advanced will require a superheated frame. Getting set up with a metallurgic infuser and an enrichment chamber at this point will not hurt though.
Well, this is a little bit of a struggle. It's mostly just me being inefficient, I suppose. But we need, obviously, to heat this up a lot, which needs a flux compressor, which I thought would be easy. But apparently, it's not because it heats up so much. And maybe the solution is to have more than one. However, that would require more cooling, which also seems excessive. So, I mean, this is all just for the one and it won't keep it cool. I know this isn't particularly high pressure because I'm just using these, has this actually been working at all? No, I've just been using these air compressors, which are not the best, but they're, they're getting there, I suppose. Maybe I should put some more speed upgrades in these. There we go. So yes, it's a little tricky to know what to do, and because we need a lot of silicon, not a little bit, a lot. Because each industrial machine chassis takes 2 blocks of dark steel, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Oh, and then we are going to need a few for this as well. Because it's the electrical steel that we need. It takes silicon. And then these aren't used for that many machines, but they are used for this superheated frame, which I've just realized is kind of crazy. And anyway, that's for like every mechanism machine, and then something else, and then something else, and then something else. So we will need a lot of silicon, and I can't keep this running, which is sort of annoying. It takes so long to cool down as well. Like, look how cold this goes when I get rid of the air compressor. It's like incredibly cold. Freezing cold, in fact. It's as cold as you could possibly be. Surely if it can get to literally 0 degrees Kelvin, it can cool this stupid thing down. But apparently not. Maybe it's just because I put too many speed upgrades in it. Who knows? I may need more of these. But I've made some volume upgrades which should heat it up slower. It's definitely heating up slower. Probably still heating up too fast. I might make another 4 or something of these. And maybe we don't quite need that many speed upgrades. How hot is this? This might be good enough to keep it on this whole time. I had to get 10 air pressure in here. That's quite easy. I just sort of put one of these next to this and made it go really high so it would get to the right pressure, and then, yeah, we don't actually need that anymore, maybe. So that was really easy. Oh ho ho, 4 speed upgrades, 4 volume upgrades. The temperature is actually going down. The pressure might also be going down, to be quite fair. But right now, we are at a point where the heat is stable. Oh, also, if you wonder how we got the sand, I've just got an ender chest from this one. Fills up with sand and goes over here, just for ease. This is a very messy little corner, isn't it? But yay, I think I've got it on. Hopefully. Oh, it's going down a little bit, maybe. I'm going to have to sort of play with this a little bit for a while to try and get it stable. But yes, it's definitely better. Okay, it's right now anyway, it appears the temperature is cold, the vortex tubes are working. What's the pressure over here? This is all working fine, so that's good. We have 5 speed, 4 volume. The heat's not going up in this. The heat is going up in this to a reasonable temperature, and it's working. Fingers crossed. We're fine. Oh, also, if you were wondering, I have attached like a compressed iron sort of snake to all of these. So, because this got really cold, so it's sort of just to try and spread the cold out on this side as well, to try and make the heat less hot. If that makes any sense, I don't really know. But we seem to be stable right now, which is good. How much silicon have we got? 70. Right. Good start then anyway. Okay, I'm just in the mineral quarry with a chunk loader, and here is my actual quarry, and uh-oh, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work because I forgot to put the filter in. Oh, maybe salt actually that we might need. I only right-clicked the osmium and the other thing. Salt might also be useful. Not sure for what, but might as well take it. So, oh, I thought I had an offset. Evidently. Yeah, it's offset by like 1,000 blocks. Why is that not working? Let me do. We don't want another DJ2 issue. There we go. Filter's actually in, is it? Oh, I think the game's crashed. It hasn't crashed. It was just lagging. Cool, it's in. We should be mining. Yes. Yep, there we go. We should just be getting osmium, fossilized, and salt. Perfect. And this is chunk loaded, so it should run while I'm not here. So let me just go over my current plan, and that is 16 machine chassis, which should keep us going for a little while, we would hope. To get that, we're going to need some demonic slate, which is fine. Obsidian, which I'm pretty sure I have. I have got an obsidian setup. Yeah, we've got tons of obsidian. It's just not connected. We might even also have all the sanguine metal at once. So those should not be issues. That's probably not enough obsidian anyway. Whatever, we'll ignore that. Illumination powder's fine. This is fine. This is a bit annoying, but it's fine. And then this one only looks like this because it wants to make the purpur. I'm going to instead make a chorus flower and grow that. To get a chorus flower, initially we need to make a alchemy catalyst, which is just made like this with some potions of regen, which is awkward potion plus a heartbeat in a cauldron. Actually, do I have any nether wart? Ooh, maybe we can't do that then. We can. Trolls here. I didn't notice that. Not a problem. So we'll get the chorus fruit grown for that, and that should be fairly easy. I've got my silicon making still. We're up to 200 and okay, this is working good. So yeah, not any issues now, I don't think. And this is not heating up at all particularly, and this is staying hot. Yes, all good. Right, so bucket of water into our cauldron. We throw in our eye. To make an awkward potion, we throw in our heartbeat, and that should be 2 regen potions. That was actually incredibly easy. And let me just hop in here, and there is our alchemy catalyst. Now I will have to make 1 popped chorus fruit, so I will just go and vein mine some oak trees, and hopefully we can, because I don't think I have any apples. No. Okay, so I'm gonna just break this. And I'm going to get this, and we're going to chuck in. You might need some more mana. I didn't realize it was so. It's popped chorus fruit. This isn't popped chorus fruit. Good, I needed my sandstone anyway. Oops. Goodness, I'm doing so well today. Here we go. Yay, 1 chorus fruit. And this will grow. I think it doesn't need anything particular like endstone or anything. I'll get some more flux phyto grow and we'll use that. Okay, I didn't make all 16 machine chassis because I was being lazy, but there's our metallurgic infuser. Can I make this one? Not quite yet. I need 2 induction smelters. Okay, metallurgic infuser will go here for now. Because we don't have the enrichment chamber, I'll just put 2. Of course. basic. Oh, we need 2 PCBs. I see. Okay, this actually, technically this makes sense in my head that it's done like this. Okay, how much redstone? 900 redstone. 900 redstone. Okay, it's a little bit more than I was expecting. Doesn't really matter though. We have a lot of redstone, like 40-something thousand. There we go. Perfect. Yay, enrichment chamber. Perfect.
Say it with me. Worm, milk. Yes, yes, it is weird, we know. It will all make sense when you get to experience the wonder and might of the world worms. For now, let us just focus on the task at hand. Worm milk is made out of 4 vital components, 3 of them being liquids and 1 of them being a solid. The liquids consist of protein, pure calcium, and subterranean nutrient distillation, or S&D for short. In addition to these 3 liquids, you will also need a lot of rich slag. You might currently be short on rich slag, but after you have your very own worldworm, you won't be.
Am I short? Am I short on slag? Let's have a look. We have 3,861. I think we're fine.
The new alloys you constructed from silicon has enabled you to craft some new fancy machines. The vat can create a myriad of new liquids. For pure calcium, it is made by distilling the softened quicklime from the silicon production. When distilled in a vat with calcified limestone and life essence marrow, you will start to produce pure calcium. Calcified limestone is made from bone mealing limestone. Protein is very important for most living beings, especially the worldworms. You can produce protein from a protein reactor. Of course, protein does not just appear from thin air and electricity, so you will have to supply it with some type of meat/flesh. We recommend using fish. S&D is a multi-stage process requiring the vat. You start by using the mineral-rich water you found in the mineral quarry pocket dimension with some dragon nests and mushrooms. This turns the deep substrate water into nutrient distillation. On the second pass, you infuse the nutrient distillation with fine calcite coating and alien subterranean dust, turning it into S&D. The alien subterranean dust is made from the rouge crystals you found in the midnight pocket dimension infused with resonant ender. Mixing these 3 fluids together is no small feat. You will need to construct a dark steel fluid mixer that is capable of mixing together the worm milk.
Right, I could almost make the protein thing, but I am out of eggs because I only had an egg. So let me find some chickens and hopefully, oh no, that's flowers, they're not chickens. And hopefully, hello chickens, can one of you please? Ah, okay, that was easy. Okay, that is our protein reactor. Perfect. Okay, so I've just used the resources fisher that we had before anyway, and I've just made it so we actually just get rid of anything that's not fish, which I probably should have done before, but I didn't. I don't know why that says it's blocked particularly, but there we go. So the fish automatically go in the protein reactor, and they produce protein, which is just extracted into this tank. Yay, so that's 1 ticked off. Okay, I've made a little calcified limestone setup, which is very simple. It's a bit similar to the star metal one. We just have an igneous extruder making limestone with a pyro whatever clastic deposition upgrade that goes into a mechanical user. I've also got a mechanical user filled with bone meal. I have just been putting the bone meal in. I'm not quite sure how much of this we need. So we'll see, but there we go. We have a scanner here. When it detects the calcified limestone, a signal goes to the miner, and again I've just used these RF tools, redstone transmitter and receiver, and then we have calcified limestone going into there. So that's step sort of 1, and then I just need a vat. Okay, next scuffed system for pure calcium is basically me putting the bones and the calcium into a drawer, because that's big brain, a vat on top of the drum here that has the whatever it is, the softened quicklime in it, and it automatically pulls in the bones and this calcified stuff and the softened quicklime, and it makes pure calcium, which goes into this drum. That should be enough. Okay, I came here looking for dragon's nest. Apparently it grows near miasma craters. I fear it does not grow around this one though. It grows on rocks or trees and drip an oozing red sap that looks like lava particles. Okay. Well, this is obviously not a great crater, so I'll go and see if I can find an alternative one. I keep thinking I see them, but it's just antlers of these guys. Hello, night stag. Aha! A dragon. Yay, I can just pick them up. Okay, we'll grab a few of these. We need to grow them in a garden cloche. Luckily, I have a couple of those, so that's good. I was about to have a lovely panic. Okay, I've set up a little pump in the mineral quarry to collect us this nutrient or deep substrate water that we need to make the nutrient distillation. This bit isn't perfectly automated, but basically we have our vat here, which is getting the dragon's nest and mushrooms from this drawer full of mushrooms on the ender tank to make nutrient distillation, which goes into a second vat with some fine clathrite coating, which I'm just making a bunch of right now, and the alien substrate dust, and we get the subterranean nutrient distillation, which I'll probably put in an ender tank. Ta-da! One dark steel fluid mixer. And why is it here, you may wonder? That is why. Right, let me grab what we've got so far. This is actually full, so that's nice. We want one of these there. We want... Where are the other ones? This one we've got a few buckets of, so we'll grab that. I should probably just use the crescent hammer. And over here we have our other one, which we have quite a bit of as well. So we're not doing too bad. We should be able to make a bit of this wormy milk. That goes there, and this one can just go on the top here. Extract, perfect. Oh, whoops, that one's not got anything in. You see, I already prepared the output tank. There we go. So that should all be going in. Yep, perfect. And then we just want some rich... Whoops, I took some silver. I don't want that. Some of this stuff. Where's the input here? Chuck this in, and it should be working. It is working. And then we get an output, which I will put like so to try not to cross the cables over. And that is our worm milk. We did it.
World worms are majestic beings that, when trained properly, tunnel deep into the ground to retrieve ores. In the past, we have just let them access the deep depths of our own planet to find ores we normally don't get to, but since we found pocket dimensions, we can train them to go there instead. The trans-dimensional worm burrow is a safe base of operations for a world worm. It is where it will find all its deposits of ores. It's also a place of rest where the worm comes to drink its worm milk. You should build 2 burrows at once if possible. Once the trans-dimensional worm burrow is complete, you can start the rigorous process of training larvae for ascension. Making a larvae ready for ascension takes a lot of worm milk. You will probably need 20 to 30 buckets worth for your first worm. The larvae that could even remotely be worthy of being ascended into a world worm is found in the Midnight Pocket Dimension. They can be obtained by slaying crystal bugs. Before we can bring a world worm into this world, we will need some help from our friends the elves. Finding a night stag soul with a gold horse armor will make it ready for sacrifice. Collecting the night stag souls can be automated with mob imprisonment tools. After the sacrificial night stag has been sacrificed by the elves, you will have to anoint it with a starlight infuser. Once you've anointed the remains, you can birth your first world worm in the slate ossuary.
Okay, I have made a little cursed earth mob farm. It's only a 5x5, just in this wall here with a mob crusher, mainly because I would like some liquid essence, so that I can use a mob duplicator. Because right now I made a mob duplicator as well, and yeah, right now we can't do that. And because there's a couple of things that we are going to need, for example, where is my mob imprisonment tool? We're going to need these crystal worm things, bug larvae, and I'd rather just catch one in case it's hard to find like the other thing was. And also this golden, I don't actually know what I'm doing for this golden stag thing. Oh yes, that's a soul binder. But I think it said something that you could just like, unless we just do the night stag, I don't know. Okay, we need to automate that with this. I don't quite know how it works. If we put a soul vial in here, maybe? Unsure. But we will need some soul vials coming up. Okay, I'm in the crystal spires, and there are some of these guys. I've got one in a mob imprisonment tool so we can copy them. I don't know quite how many of these we're going to need. We need to ascend it, and it's it says a 2% chance. We could need quite a few. So I've grabbed a bunch for now. We'll make more in the mob thing if we need to. Let me get this one as well, and we'll see how it goes.
XE443. It seems I have a slightly new vision for you in terms of the worm milk. They have fed back to us and told us they don't like your normal protein and would much rather have protein instead. Worry not, it should be fairly simple to change, so bear with me. To upgrade your usual protein into protein, all you need is something called Nature's Essence, which is just made with a bunch of things you should already have, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. But get farming, I have a feeling I'll need quite a few of these in the future.
So, to remedy this problem, I have just set up 9 garden cloches. I was a little worried and thinking I would need the tree cutter for apples, but you just put a sapling in the garden cloche and you get apples. Simple. There's no fertilizer in any of these, they just grow. We've already got quite a lot of all of them. These are incredibly good, actually. I made too many drawers. I made them with the assumption everything had seeds, and actually less than half of what I made had seeds, which is funny. So yay, I could probably do the mushrooms and the stuff. I don't know why I bothered with phytogenic insulators. Garden cloches are so much better. So I can expand this if I want, I guess, if you want any more crops. But that should help with the grow tea, and I just need another vat. And there is a vat. We have nature's essence. I haven't made that much yet because I'm waiting for purple box. There they are. And then we get grow tea in the output tank. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to make the worm burrow. I'm not sure if I've got the right void stone or not. I still appear to be missing some stuff, which is odd because I definitely had everything. Is that the wrong void stone? It doesn't tell me which void stone I want, which is a problem. That should be... Oh, I did need dirt. I did leave the dirt in the chest thinking it wasn't actually needed for this, but it must be. Oh, there's goo in there as well. Oh, that's probably worm milk. Is that not dark steel blocks? Did I not have enough dark steel blocks? Where are my dark steel blocks? Did I forget to take them out of the chest? Maybe. Okay, it appears they're pink. Also, something's happened in here. Oh, it's turned to grass. That's sort of annoying. I've got some, I think I need some more worm milk, actually. I only got 4 buckets. Okay, there's our worm burrow. I had to change this to cobble because it was grass, and it changed this to grass, and it didn't work, but it wasn't too bad. Oh, I'm so dumb. It wants me to build 2. But then I'm almost like, do I need 2? Maybe, but I don't know about that. I'm going to need a few crystal larvae worm thingy-mabobs for the next bit. I can't remember what they're called. So I've just made the mob duplicator, and I'll just kill them by hand because I've got foot looting. It might be a bad idea, actually, this. Let me turn it off for 2 seconds. So, yes, I'll just go and kill some of these until maybe we have like a stack of these. It's not a great chance of getting what we want from them, so it may take a minute. Right, I'm not sure how long this will take. So there's our item input. Oh, it's in here, I think. Yes. So we want mana powder, magma cream, and something I've forgotten, which is just over here. That is dragon's nest, which we have tons of. So that's massa. We love messing up. There we go. Oh, this is not meant to be this. Thank you very much. Go back to dirt. It's because that's grass. Right, there we go. Should be fine now. And it should maybe work. Missing structure. Okay, it's working now. There's just stuff turned back into grass. It's good. So this will run, and very unlikely to give us what we want, which is like another sort of worm. Which is good. That's so fun. It is a crystal bug larvae is what we want. We're going to need quite a lot of mana powder. That's fine. That's just like redstone and stuff in the mana pool. And we're going to need more of that dragon's nest. But again, we have lots of that. I decided to not be dumb because this might take a while. And I have just set up a mob crusher, which is actually pretty fast at getting these crystal bug larvae. I actually had a spare one, which is helpful. So, yes, there's a 2% chance that we will get what we want, which is not a great amount. So hopefully it won't take too long. I think we need 2 of these as well. Worms, because we need both worms. I feel like I don't need this reanimated worm, because I feel like I get all of these ores fair, apart from maybe aluminium. I assume maybe we'll need a lot of aluminium for something, and then I'll want it. But I don't think I really need them. Maybe I do. I'm out of the dragon's nest, so while we wait for that, let's see if there's anything else we can do.
Now you have a new problem. Our previous recommended approach to handling ores is about to be inefficient. It did produce some rich slag, but it also required 1 sand per smelting operation. You are about to smelt thousands of ores per second. Producing that much sand would be a big hassle. We now recommend handling most ore smelting with flux anodizers. This will double how many ingots you get per smelting operation, but will require no sand. For redstone ore, we recommend the pulverizer because it will produce a substantial amount of cinnabar. For the gold ore, we recommend using the induction smelter and smelting it with the cinnabar you get from pulverizing redstone. Smelting the gold ore with cinnabar will produce a vast amount of rich slag, which in turn will allow you to produce a vast quantity of worm milk without worrying about rich slag. It also yields 3 gold ingots instead of 2. We strongly recommend that you process all of the ores that the world worm finds. Our future projects will require a lot of metals, redstone and coal. Make sure your worm gets plenty of worm milk. It is important that the worm burrow never runs out of milk, so you have plenty of metals later on. When you ore to make star metal ore, we also recommend smelting it with cinnabar for that ingot tripling. The next technological advancement you need to concern yourself with is the superheated frames. To make them, you will need molten superheated miasma and a few singularities. It is constructed inside the Enderium infusion basin. The superheated miasma is made from miasma in a refinery that is heated to at least 1901 degrees. The singularities are constructed using a compressor. The normal mode of the output is that the compressor spits out the item in the world. When connected to an AE2 interface, the compressor will automatically output to the interface.
Here's our compressor, which was nice and easy to craft. I don't know if it needs power. Doesn't seem to have an interface either, which is sort of odd. Confusing. Finally, we have one! We have one! So we need to make him into an ascended, which I guess we'll start with that one while we wait for everything else, because the dragon stuff's going to take a while. I've also put ender chest up to help with all of this nonsense, so that should be fine. What am I missing? I'm missing alien subterranean dust. Okay, I've made another worm thing. It's just up here, in some ender tanks to put the worm milk in. I think it's probably all going in the bottom right now, which is a little annoying, but there we go. Hopefully eventually it'll go in. Let me put this on output as well, just so it's going in. But I've also made a garden cloche with hemp seeds in, because I need a lot of string and I don't have a lot of string, and this would hopefully be a fairly fast way to do that. So I've made all the aquamarines we need for 2 worms. Obviously we've only got 1 right now, but we will need 2. So I'm going to need more string for that. I'm going to need a conjuration catalyst. Okay. I've made my conjuration catalyst out of the other catalyst. That's a bit silly, but we want 2 stacks of growth reagent. And now we're out of mana. Woohoo. New current bottleneck. We need a lot of hemp. So I've set up 3 more cloches to get hemp. So hopefully that'll speed it up a little bit, because these 3 are all string. So let me have a look and see what we actually need to continue after we have the guy, which is a lot of other things actually. I don't think I ever made the slice and splice, did I? I don't remember doing so anyway. I've got solarium, so obviously I was planning on doing this, but no, I hadn't actually done it. And now I can make a slice and splice. I'm just waiting for a capacitor. I forgot I was doing this. There is a soul binder. I don't have a capacitor. I need more light blue plastic. That's fine. Okay, we finally have enough to make the worm into the worm thing. I assume you have no... Oh no, you do have hyper-nutritionist fluid in. How much do I need? I need 5. Okay, that's enough. We can try out our new one then. See if it works. So that should be everything. Oh, and the mana weave. Yeah, it's working. Perfect. Also, I made 3 more thermoelectric generators who are out of power. Now we should have enough power, hopefully. So where's the output? Oh, it's up here, isn't it? How long is this going to take? Nearly done. Good. Yay, ascended worm pupa. So now I will continue doing what I was doing to upgrade it to the next level. We're that far, which isn't great. I've just made enough soul vials to make some of this stuff, and I'm hoping it stacks. I'm hoping these stack. I doubt. Why are there babies? Or are they just small? They don't stack. That's good. I better go... Oh, I've put on always active. Go find somewhere to put these while I do this one by one. Well, this is quite fun actually. We are getting many night stags. Just 32 more to go. And this is to make our... I think we'll only need 96 of these in total ever. Hopefully my maths is correct. So if I do this now, we never have to do it again. Maybe. Though I'm a little tiny bit doubtful because things never quite work out that way. I didn't realize horse armor required leather. I've been telling this not to get rid of the rotten flesh, which I should have probably done earlier. Watch this not work. I could probably take one of these away now, actually. I was using these as a buffer. I don't think it's got a card in, though. I've been stupid. I'm gonna need 2 sets of all of this, which is a bit annoying. Okay, I need to make some runes again. It's taking ages, so I have upgraded the mana spreader to an elven mana spreader with some dreamwood. It's just pretty much the vanilla recipe, and we have a lens, so hopefully it's a little bit faster. Oh, that's actually way faster. That's so much better. Now, I can't remember if this is the same normally, but this isn't doing the normal sort of annoying thing where the 5 experience levels equals 5 levels down here. It's just sort of the proportional 5 levels, which is the better way to do that. So that's nice. I don't have enough leather to make all 96, so we're just going to make the 32 that I actually need. I've just remembered. I need double. I need another 60. I probably need 128 of these. Okay, that's good to know. Whoops. I have my stack of horse armor, and it will come back as sacrifice remains, and we need to make it shiny using starlight infusion, which hopefully won't be too bad, I don't think. Perfect. I've just made a couple of meat feeders, and we need to fill these up. So, oh, that's actually so fast. Each meat feeder needs 128,000 millibuckets of meat, and the best way is just to put the cooked stag flank in it, which we already have easily because of the, you know, the thing that we have, the mob duplicator. So that's actually not too bad. It should just be a bit over a stack, I think, that we need, or like 80 something. So yeah, and that should be everything. Of course, we only have one worm, so we'll go for this for now. Did I? Yes, we got everything for the second worm when we finally get around to making that. So I think this just goes in the slate ossuary. I think our blood network is full, so I am not anticipating any problems, but you know what it's like. Missing input item, am I? It fed me. The meat feeder is slightly less meat, that's the problem. And now it is working much better. And how long will this take? A little while. Okay, our worm is ready. And by starting setting up, I also have forgotten to connect power. Right, so let's try this again. Worm, go in here. And yeah, it's got some worm milk, so we should be fine. Let me in. Worm. He should be working. I don't know how much worm milk it takes per operation. Hopefully not too much. Is it going? It's running. Oh god. Aha, we have ores. Interesting. We have ores. I thought it would give me gold. Oh, it has a chance of giving other ores. Interesting. Okay. And it's mostly set up. The only thing I'm waiting for is aluminium ore, which is quite a small chance if I... 5%. Yes, we haven't got that yet. Plenty of iron and coal and redstone. It's processing just about. Okay, it's not going great. I need to put this on. Maybe in round robin would help. That do I need... Yes, it's doing its classic annoying thing it does, where it doesn't extract properly. More extracts. Everyone extract, please.
Well done, XE443. I advise that you take a break now. There are some big tasks coming up.